You shouldn't care about what other people think. I feel like I've heard that so many times from so many people who obviously care what other people think. I mean, how could you not? It doesn't even make sense. You have to care what other people think. If you really didn't care, why aren't you, like, I don't know, walking around naked or something? It's obviously illegal, but even if it wasn't, would you do that? You should care, right? Because we're social by nature. We're literally hardwired to care. It's like one of the things that distinguishes us as a species. You can't not care. It doesn't make sense. There's like a hint of truth to the sentiment, you know? You shouldn't care what everybody thinks, because some people are ignorant, right? You don't need to take every opinion as though they're weighed the same in terms of value, because they're not. Some people are just dumb, really. But to say that you just shouldn't care what people think in general, it's a really lazy and wrong piece of advice. You can almost discount whatever that person is saying as soon as they say that. As soon as they say just don't care. Because they don't do that. They're hypocrites. They're lying. You could pretend not to care. Like you could wear that as a mask. Could show everybody around you how much you don't care. Ironically enough, you're doing that because you care. You want people to think you don't care as like a virtue. Well, like why would you why would you need to have virtues if you didn't care about what anybody thought? That doesn't make sense. I'm just rambling, really. That's all this is. It's like really the whole point is finding people. That's just life, right? You find somebody that you connect with, you're attracted to, you're with that person, you have kids, now you have a family, and you care about what all of these people think. And you should. If you didn't, you'd be a terrible, terrible person. You're supposed to. Yeah, it's just, it's not a good piece of advice. It's like similar to, oh, just be yourself kind of advice, which I shouldn't have to explain why that's kind of silly. It's like, once again, there's like a hint of truth there, but you can't just tell somebody to just be themselves. What if themselves is not a good person? What if the reason why they are where they are is because they were themselves? People didn't like it, so they got depressed or whatever, and they're a social outcast or something. So you tell them, oh, just be yourself. It worked for me. You'll make friends. That's not how it works. It's terrible advice. It's really like, both of these pieces of advice are just You have to come from some sort of privileged perspective to even say that, really. Yeah, you just totally discount somebody if they say either of those things. I mean, they might be a good person, like, I'm sure they have good intentions with saying that stuff, but they don't actually know what's going on. They're sort of clueless. Like, they just sort of swallowed that narrative and regurgitate it to other people. Because it's not true. It's blatantly not true. Just being yourself is not going to help most people who receive that piece of advice. And the part of it that's true is like, sure, you need to be vulnerable and be honest with people so they actually do see you and you guys can connect on that level. But, you know, if being yourself entails being somebody that isn't really well received, you shouldn't do that probably. And it kind of ties back to the first thing. It's like, you need to care about what other people think also. If you're not being received well, that's going to make your life worse. It's all within reason, though, you know. Don't let it totally change everything about you. You're still, you know, a spirit in a sense. Like, you have your own autonomy. You should be your own person, not just a collection of the opinions of others. But you have to realize it matters. You just, to think otherwise, you have to be ignorant. It's just not true. Yeah, this was a bit of a just tangent. I just had the thought. Just wanted to talk about, I guess, these common pieces of advice that I think are really bad. It's kind of redundant for me to even say this stuff. I feel like it's been said so many times before. People know it, but it was on my mind anyway. So I thought I might as well just turn this thing on and talk about it. It's really like a journal for me, this thing. Just turn it on and I just start fucking yapping. But yeah, I feel pretty content with that, so guess I'm just gonna end it.